say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Didn't need to do it by roll call, did we? Anybody have anything for next week?
I have something from last week. That Family Heritage Division came in, Brandy, I don't know if you watched the meeting from last week. He did his presentation, and I guess we agreed to allow him to talk to you like Half-Black does. But Brandy and her, Abby and I wanted to give it to you to see what would be the best way to do it. I can't remember, what did we do for Half-Black? Did they come over?
I don't know, that was before.
At lunchtimes or something.
Yeah, they need to do it on their own time.
So either lunchtime or right after work, it's probably like up here.
Did you look at
If somebody wanted to be here that early.
Okay, so I'll just start an email between me, you, and Abby Monday or today, and then just kind of, because we told him we'd call him after this meeting this week, after we talked to you, to see what would be best.
In his business.
So we'll work on that early next week.
Anything else? So we can go to recess till that gets here. I'll go to recess.
for the weekend. All right, fine.
Okay.
That's what we're doing in January, and my sister-in-law Kelly, I don't know, you probably don't know Kelly. She sent a text and she's like, well, we're not gonna do it Mom's birthday weekend, we're gonna do it the week before because the Eagles are playing us at Spear. I thought she was talking about the football team. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Grandma Kay does not wanna go to a football game. She's like, what are you talking about? Grandma Kay doesn't wanna go to a football game. She's like, what's the demand? Oops.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Okay,
I love the thought one.
call the meeting back to order.
Good morning. The one bridge up there, we are now seeding, so,
Plenty of rain.
yeah, I actually don't think we've seeded it yet. We gotta do a few, fence posts out there too, but, if you get a chance, drive over it. I'll have to go out next week and do the initial inspection.
Where's that one going again?
It is on H Avenue, south of 180th Street. So go out west of town and then go south on H and just kind of keep going south. Take a few curves. Then we started the other one on L Avenue. They're driving highway. Next week, we will start at 52 Golden Place and all that good stuff. Start first thing Monday morning. And then the culvert that we're doing in-house, we got rained out. Earlier this week, we were grading and spotting rock, and then we have got quite a bit of rain. So we've spent kind of the latter half of this week cleaning up that storm damage. And
Did we have a lot of storm damage? I mean, as far as roads?
there's a lot of spots where roads kind of either water went over them up north or we got washed out. We essentially had a lot of people, I'm losing track of days, Wednesday up north because there was so much water going over roads and we had to touch them up. But, down south, they were still mowing. So, but a lot of like little trees on the road and everything else. And then today, we kind of have, not a lot of people here, but they're going to be stockpiling rock because next week we'll need to be doing that once we do get everything graded well. The sprayer truck is done. I believe it's out at the yard, and I think he was running some test runs this week, but yeah, we'll start. I think his plan is to spray the paved roads here coming up shortly, so. And then we did cut some brush real quick yesterday over in South Manna so that people could see coming out of alleys and such. So if you get any calls about that, just send them my way. The pavement marking plans were submitted late last week, early this week, and I've just been working on bridge plans for a year and a half out and right-of-way easements. And it's a good week to go out and check roads to see how much. I got a few bridges, up north that we're going to be doing, so see how high the water gets. And then,
Dylan down to Millersburg, how much storm damage do you know any more about that? The tanks have some holes poked in it?
yeah, I think both tanks probably, is there one or two?
Two.
I think both tanks will probably be gone. But I got a hold of Lillis. They went and checked it out, said that there's enough for a claim. The ICAP lady called late Wednesday night. I tried to call her back yesterday and I didn't hear anything. So I'm hoping that whenever ICAP comes, I can head down.
Well, I was wondering, were those tanks brittle or, until he showed me pictures of some of the hail. There's hail like it.
Yeah. I don't know anything about how tough they're made, but
Cause that surprised the hoop in that wasn't shredded.
I talked to the hoop guy, I called him about mine too, and he said in 17 years he's worked there, they've only had one hail claim.
Great. Bounce,
Right.
bounces off or something better.
I know that the wind loves to tear that one apart. But I didn't actually go down and inspect, I mean, I'm not gonna know that. I was just gonna wait till the ICAP person came and then talk to make sure some of the people from Millersburg, stick around. I am by no means,
I'm just curious what you knew.
not a heck of a lot. I know that we took out some lights on the top of the truck, calcium tanks, and they left the building.
Chris, when he asked for more money for wages, he doesn't know that.
Yep, I know, I think that's the third thing on the down here today.
I will not go leave here to be an insurance adjuster person, I can tell you that. But I did do really well on those bridge plans.
How do we do?
That's the point.
So that's, what's Lennox then?
Yeah, Lennox Township, that's up on V Avenue, just north of 110th.
Oh, way up there.
And right now it's posted at like 24 tons. It's a 30-foot long bridge. We'll do that in-house. It meets our requirements in-house pretty well. So, yeah, it's at a 15-degree skew, which we've done straight, and we've done 30-degree skews. So I'm changing around all the plans to make it match a 15-degree and make sure that the bridge will handle the water, but I'm pretty sure it will. I mean, even we'll match the existing opening. I'll cut down the road a foot, it will just, the bridge deck won't be as thick. And even the other day, the stream wasn't even out of the banks. So,
It's just nice to know we're chipping away at bridges and getting them.
yeah,
It's every time we seem like we get one new one and we have two more go down.
yeah, I mean, it's been pretty good, I think, over the last 10 years.
We're gaining.
We've done a lot. And the only real postings that we've had to put up is because the state keeps allowing bigger and bigger loads. So. But yeah, we'll get that one that the PCI just did, and they're tearing apart the other one, and our guys are finishing up, get two off the system for this fall yet, even though they're on really low volume roads.
So like, bridge is only important if you need it.
Yeah, just, I know that's the bad thing, you know, you can really attack some of these bridges, but just say even W or L, these dead ends, only 5 or 6 people are gonna know that we're even doing them. But, it's, I mean, there's lots, there's 5 or 6 people,
Yeah.
but the other 16,000 people in the county, but we have to do it.
Yes.
Unless we put another ramp on the interstate.
Most important roads is the one going by your house.
So, Purple Wave auction will be done next week.
What are we all selling?
Hay Buster, I think that's around 10 grand right now, or less. And then a Tommy Gate lift, we have 0 bids on that. So if you guys want some for cheap or some scrap metal, or if you need it, you can probably get it for cheap. I'll be gone September 4th, I believe. So, I'll head back to Canada one more time.
I was just gonna say, is it too cold to fish?
No, the port can be,
I bet it gets a little chilly up there.
it can be really hot or it can be cold.
What do you fish for?
Mostly we kind of fish for northerns, but we'll fish for some walleye too.
Before you go, I'll show you a picture.
Same spot?
Troy and Bryce went fishing this week.
Mhm.
Up there.
No, they went to Wisconsin.
She's gonna prove you have to go so far.
I believe it.
It was a killer trip.
Did you catch a muskie?
Salmon.
Sam,
Is it musky? And it's like the lures and shields are like almost as a fishing catch.
yeah,
Yeah, that's, and that's
Lures are huge,
what we're, I mean, northern, they get just about as big as a muskie.
big lures.
You can, I got lures that big.
Are they like the same class of fish, northern muskie?
Yeah, they're like cousins. Muskie's gonna be lighter colored and can get bigger. Northerns are a little bit more camouflage-ish, a little darker. So, yeah, somebody's like, why don't you spread your trips out a little bit more? And I'm like, because 2 weeks earlier in the spring, the water's frozen
Yeah.
on that lake, and 2 weeks later, it's frozen. It doesn't stay summer for very long up there.
Nice place to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there.
No, you would have to come back to the States in the winter.
Any other questions? See a picture.
That's the one my wife caught,
What is that? That's a-
salmon. Or lake trout on Lake Michigan.
Okay.
Okay.
In the streams, they're saying, they're not making fish, right?
No.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Did you see the news last night?
They got on the water at 4:30, they were done by
About
9:30.
Tyson's.
Wow.
Everybody had their limit.
Jaws like
What do we do
I
now?
have no idea.
For good?
But like laying on that
Why?
line, laying down, they don't look that big, but.
Not my game.
This picture was.
Yesterday, they
Must have been seeing it go in the shower.
they didn't tell anybody till yesterday.
We're in a little too.
They quit killing cattle yesterday and they're done.
This is my brother in Canada.
Yeah, that's what we'd be
They
going.
started hauling to Dakota City.
Yeah, big up fish.
Yeah, cold days,
Okay.
Shane, I can't-
No, they got a few of them stuff up its
Yeah. All right, so, while the jail was unoccupied there, all last week, we got a lot of things done. Got the showers cleaned up.
Spell check must not have been working.
Huh?
Spell check wasn't.
No, spell check never works. Some dripping showers, bunks that were coming apart from the wall, got them fixed. Got the door closer in G6 installed and the leaky toilet in G3 fixed. And then Base Point was here, 2 weeks ago to put in the main controllers for the HVAC system. They're both up and running, no issues so far. And then during that last hot stretch, we had a lot of the condensate lines plugged up in the courthouse. Just hooked up the vacuum, sucked them out, and they're back up and running. And then one of the new windows in the DMV office is leaking. Got a hold of the project manager from Tricon. He reached out to CR Glass and they're gonna come out and see possibly what could be going on.
What about the window downstairs
Window downstairs.
leaking?
I think it was open, wasn't it?
Bathroom?
No idea. Oh, here,
Downstairs
here, yep, that was leaking too, yeah.
It's on your to-do list.
Need some caulk or what?
Well, yeah, this one just needs some more about, you know.
I figured.
But, so the one at the courthouse, is gonna be under manufacturing warranty, so I don't know what they're gonna, if they're just gonna replace the whole window, or what their plan is. Don't know. Won't know until they come out here and look at it and see what they wanna do.
Keeping up with them all?
No, not this week.
Crabgrass will get out of control on the edges.
Have you heard anything from Conrad?
I haven't heard a word.
Did you do something with that door, that west door that I was telling you the water was?
Yeah, I still going around like the frame and everything.
Okay, 'cause it seemed like it was coming in the bottom.
Well, and the bottom of the door is pretty much rounded out.
I might, when I'm on my way home today, I might just stop in and see if they, because with this rain, that should have revealed something.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't, really what needs to happen in that roof over there is it needs all stripped and resealed. With a rubber coating. And I don't even, I'd have to find a company that can do it. I don't even know who does that anymore.
Does, Evans know somebody that does it?
I can give him a shout, see what he says, but that's what really needs to happen over there on that roof.
Yeah.
Because basically it's just old steel, you know, and it's overlapped, and it's basically a round-headed Phillips screw, or flathead screw, with a metal washer. There's not even a rubber washer on the screws.
There probably was one, maybe at one time, but it just
No,
got disintegrated. No?
I don't think so. I really don't, because you know, that rubber that's on the roof is what seals everything. Well, if you go on the south side, I mean, the whole south side's like peeling up and there's big chunks missing. I mean, it needs all this resealed.
We were discussing the or sealing of the jail and the painting on.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a quote on that. Did you just have a quote from one person or one company?
Yeah.
I saw a sign up for some stuff that was done commercially for painting. Maybe I'll grab that number so you have more than one
Okay.
quote.
Yeah, but there's some, I mean, we gotta get some other things done first before we can get the paint. Like we need to get all the concrete out, all the control joints recocked.
I'm guessing like the same company could probably do both.
And then you have to, is this the exterior you're talking about?
Yeah.
Isn't there something where this piece of concrete chipped off that the jail inspector's having to fit about?
Yeah. You get that big, and then, you know, the water somehow, I was talking with Garling, a guy from Garling, and I was telling him that we're getting Spalding on the precast, and he said somehow there's water getting in behind the panel, and then it's finding its way out through the precast panel. So, like I said, I mean, it does need painted, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done before we can even paint it. Painting is gonna be the last thing.
You can do that between mowing.
There you
Yeah,
After you replace all the screws in the roof.
yeah, yeah. I don't even know, yeah. You're gonna go over there today?
I just do a walkthrough, yeah.
I'd imagine that. The flexi on the can really didn't fix it. I haven't heard anything, but I'm gonna guess it probably didn't.
I bet it's not all back.
Yeah, and see what they're doing. with the kitchen, too.
This is
Yeah.
all this here.
I know the last time I spoke with them, they were trying to receive bids for the kitchen over there.
I haven't seen your ramp yet either, so.
But
The ramps in,
the kitchen thing still should run through here, still our building.
I had no idea about it. Not a single clue. I went over there one day and she showed me the blueprints, so.
We didn't know about it till it was already submitted.
No. I mean, you should probably mention that to him, it's still our building.
I mentioned to Dylan too, that there's a, do you know, Brandy, there's a copy machine, fax machine in Belinda's old office? Who does that belong to?
Us,
I think it's on a lease though, probably, isn't it?
I'm making any payments on
Okay.
it. I got it, okay. The day we went back there, I just noticed, I just told Brandy, I took a video of everything that was in there, just in case there's stuff missing. I've got a video, I want to, and scan the whole room.
She said they ordered their own furniture now.
As long as it all came back.
Chris, we still gotta get over there.
Did you get,
go. Find the,
so who got the key back?
From Linda,
Yeah. Did you get it back?
I never received a key from Linda.
Did you guys get it?
we didn't get a key back.
You need to ask them what the key is. They supposedly have a key to that room. That's what the problem is.
Well, the suggestion is they need a key to that room in case they need a fire escape.
I don't think a fire escape works with a locked door.
I don't think they're gonna do anything to the room now.
They took all our stuff.
I
You
don't
gotta
know.
prove that.
I think they just figured it out. They are still storing some cleaning supplies in there because the inspector said they had to be locked up or something.
Go away.
You do that on that room or that refrigerator room, couldn't they, on the first hallway,
Refrigerator room.
where the refrigerator used to be?
Oh, like outside the conference room there? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you have to go in that room, then cut over to get to Belinda's.
Yeah.
You take a right to go to the refrigerator, left to go to her
I don't
office.
know if there's a door on that anymore, is there?
Mhm. Yeah, because you walk in and you walk past the kitchen and then you go into the conference room. And then you can go in that little, like what Kevin's talking about, and the bathroom's to the right and Belinda's little office to the left.
You guys do. You're supposed to get time on Alicia on that, I have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions for Mr. Dillon?
Well, we were waiting on an updated lease from
there a motion to go in the public
I'll
hearing?
make a motion to go into public hearing.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. We're in public hearing. Ordinance number 44, flow control. I believe we do not have all the correct or the proper documentation, so we need to reschedule it.
Yes, I won't be able to reschedule until next week because it's not on the agenda.
It's not on the agenda. So that being said, we cannot take any action. Do you have to have a motion not to take action? I don't think so, do we? We don't have the correct documentation. So we need a motion to go back out of public
I'll
hearing.
make a motion to go out of public hearing.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Out of public hearing. And then we go back into recess.
You need me to stand or?
No,
Whatever you're
sit down.
comfortable. However you're comfortable.
Good morning.
Call the meeting back to order.
And thank you, Chris and Kevin, for putting the ball in motion. Okay, I'm gonna keep this brief. I had a presentation on KCOG back in June about Eugene Ely for their America 250. And that inspired Patty Heitsusen and Virginia Kessler to want to do something. And they came up with naming the bridge I call it north of Williamsburg, but it's really not, it's still in Williamsburg, by J&S.
JS Bridge.
Yeah, that stop, it's, I think the depot now. I don't wanna date myself, like taking me back to high school, but, and we put the ball in motion to go to the city council and put the policy for the DOT. You have to have the city and the county's approval to name the bridge after Eugene Ely. Some of you kind of recognize the name. He is the father of naval aviation. And I do come as a representative for the family, because I am the great grandniece. He has done something very significant. And I mean, we as a family has always known that something more should be done, but I come from a long line of humbleness and humility on that specific side of the family. And we were fine with him being in 20 museums nationwide. And I mean, we've been to the Wright Brothers National Memorial. We've been to the Aviation Museum
Smithsonian.
in Green, yeah, Smithsonian.
See that, right?
Yeah,
Pentagon, it's in the Pentagon.
it is. And you know, like you go to these museums and you just ask to see, oh, you know, like you have the Eugene Ely exhibit and they will ask you, how do you even know this person? And then if you say that you're related, all of a sudden you become a celebrity, which I am not. But that's kind of what our family and even specifically Patty Heitsusen and Virginia Kessler. And I do feel badly because Patty Heitsusen was slated to come, Virginia Kessler was slated to come. Patty is on her first day of vacation, and Virginia, John went into the hospital yesterday. He is having issues with breathing. So I'm up to that. So that's why I'm coming to the Board of Supervisors, part of the policy of the DOT, to get a resolution of support from all of you, because we have to have one from the city. And they have they've got a 2-week grace period from the time they hear about it to the time they pass it. So, I mean, we do have some time, but no, I just wanted to present that and see if I could get approval. If you need a history of it, you can Google him. I can tell you everything if you have time for lunch. However, he really was only in the air for about, not even 6 years. He was popular for 6 years. He was only in the air for about 18 months. So there's not much on him, which has been an issue. I just got done, in 2023, in fairness, in 2023, I just finished writing a book. And I've helped write papers from some military history students in the last few decades here. I guess it has been 20 years. Specifically University of Iowa and Iowa State University, sometimes even out of a Naval Academy. William Heitsusen wrote a paper. So, I mean, I've helped with all of that. So I guess that's why I'm specifically here today, just to get the resolution of support for the policy of the DOT to have that bridge.
Just a resolution or just a letter of support?
They asked for, and I read the specific line. It said a signed resolution from each city and county through which the named route passes or where the bridge is located. So I did write up the letter, and I just said, I was pretty simple. This letter serves as a notification of resolution of support by the Board of Supervisors of Iowa County to have the bridge that crosses over Old Man's Creek on Highland Street and State 149 through Williamsburg to be named for Eugene Burton Ely. And then I just have in there that Eugene was born in Williamsburg on October 21st, 1886. He's the father of naval aviation. And then I put in there specifically the dates when he took off from a ship out by Virginia and when he landed on a ship in California. still kind of amazing to me that in 1910 and 1911, they transported a plane and they put it back together as opposed to actually having it fly. But
So we have an organization called Williamsburg Educational Excursions that we take every other year, the kids from Williamsburg go to DC if they want to
yeah,
fundraise for it. The one year I went with them as a chaperone, and I gave the kids a mission when we went into the Smithsonian. I said, whoever finds the Eugene Ely display will get a treat. And I bet you it wasn't 30 minutes, the kid was calling me with they found it, so.
yeah. And you know, it's been interesting, just life in general. My dad and my grandmother and Jim Austin being grandma's brother, the four of us, five of us have taken phone calls over the last few years, decades actually, because dad and grandma both have been gone for 2 and 4 years respectively. But it's been interesting to get the phone calls we have, even from the Tailhook Association, because there were people that were trying to say that he created the tailhook. That is not the case. And we've had to rebut things. We've had to agree with issues. The Iowa State University, the registrar and I used to be besties because every year it seemed like they had somebody trying to prove that he went to Iowa State University, and he would not have even had time to do that. He was so busy. But yeah, it's weird getting phone calls from museums in Pensacola, Florida, asking us to release documentation. You know, hey, somebody came through, they want to know, they want this information. And just being the one to say, yes, it's okay that they have that. And it was a fun journey for me. I mean, when you write a book, and that wasn't me that wrote the book, it was John Sobel, but when you write a book, it was fun for me to see the process, because sometimes you're like, oh, a book takes, I don't know, a few years to write. That actually took like 10, 17 years. But in fairness, John Sobel, the author, did die in January of 2017. So then it ended up being his wife, his brother, his dad, and myself all in for that. And it was strange because John himself is from the East Coast. He's on the West Coast. And all of a sudden I had all these people calling me from East Coast, West Coast. And we would spend hours on the phone together talking about nothing but Eugene Ely.
Have you guys been out to see his grave at all?
I have not.
It's in the cemetery off the IWB by Diney Glandor's.
Oh, okay.
And I checked both my boys there, and they really enjoyed it because there's a lot of military guys will come and they'll leave their challenge coins on top of the.
And the Navy was the one that actually spearheaded the 125th anniversary celebration when we had it in 2011. So, and we were grateful for that, because all of a sudden we started getting phone calls. We as a family wanted to do something, and then we started getting phone calls. And obviously we were supportive of that. Now, I'm glad that John brought that up, because as a representative of a family, and something that I discussed with both Jim Austin and my own grandmother prior to their deaths, both of them would really like it if the county, and I expressed this to Adam Greer and the chamber as well on Monday evening. We as a family would really appreciate it if anything was done, it would be kept in Williamsburg and not out at the cemetery to honor the dead out there. I mean, may they rest in peace. And the only reason I specifically say that is because even when we were having the 125th anniversary celebration out there, there were some families paying some respects. And I know that I've had some students from the University of Iowa, Iowa State, even one from Mizzou came up. And we just don't want the cemetery desecrated. And a long, long time ago, our family owned it. I think we deeded it to the county. I'm not sure how that happened. But we would just really appreciate it if there would be respect for the cemetery out there. If anybody wants to do anything, we would prefer it actually be in Williamsburg as opposed to the cemetery, because we want to honor the dead out there and those families. But we've had people leave flowers out there. We've got there on we've gotten out there on Memorial Day and Veterans Day, and there have been large bouquets left out there. So we do, as a family, find that very, I mean, we're thankful for that.
Can I have your letter?
Yes.
So does it have to be on the agenda then for today?
Yes. Request consideration for naming of a bridge.
So we can vote on it today.
It's obviously not named bridge now, right?
Right.
No, we are not.
Unofficially, James Bridge.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's really good, because when they came to me, I was like, isn't that named? I thought that it was named for a, like, one of the, businesses in Williamsburg.
Sure.
And I made sure that it was not, because there were some people that wanted it to be the bridge as you go east out of Williamsburg, and obviously that's Warno's Bridge.
I'd be
Yeah,
supportive of it. I mean, I
I,
got 8,000 hours flying, so.
Yeah.
And I was in the military, so we make a motion today.
Yeah, well,
I mean, obviously, you know, it's in the city of Williamsburg, so I would make the motion that when the city of Williamsburg approves it, that the county would approve it.
we're just giving support. We're not doing anything.
And I don't, I mean, if you need the actual instructions, and John, I've got it highlighted, and then there's, as to what specifically needs to go in there.
If I make a motion for the chairman to sign the resolution to name the bridge in Williamsburg,
The resolution 2026-08-14.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
And then we'll do a roll call, I guess.
Oops. Aye.
Right.
Aye. Resolution 2026-08-14 is passed. And then you want each one of us to sign it by our name?
It says Board of Supervisors in, so I actually started out putting your name on there, Kevin. But the reason why I put everyone is because it actually was formalized in the policy.
Okay.
But if you want, if you yourself just want to sign it, obviously if they call you or whatever else,
Oh, we can just pass it.
We can all sign
Yeah.
it that way if that's what you need.
You never have too many signatures.
and thank you for your time. I mean, I do understand that there are pressing issues.
I'm more today, you're it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I could have been here sooner. My goodness, you could be out for coffee right now.
That's
What
okay.
did you say Eugene's middle name was?
Do
Bowden.
you want to be special?
Yeah, it's Bowden.
Oh, okay.
Because Ella Hayworth, that's the first time I heard about him, was when he had his quest, he had pictures of, it's still in there?
Yeah, because he was the postmaster, so
Yeah.
he has pictures in the post office.
Yeah. There's, at one time, they were selling envelopes with his name on it and stuff.
Yeah, because it's been interesting, like, going around, the country, and I've been in weird places where he's been in a museum, and even, you had to do, when I was in college getting my degree in history, you had to do obscure Midwestern, like, you could do a report on obscure Midwestern people, and one of those people was Eugene Ely, and so I asked my professor, I said, can I do this? And he says, no one's ever asked to do this guy, and I was like, well.
Can you imagine the first time somebody asked him, you know, why not?
Well, you know, like, this is my thing, like, but, you know, I come from a thing, especially my dad being huge into mechanics and vehicles and everything like that. I can't imagine, I mean, he just took it on. He was the brave, humble soul that he was. But I've been asked by several reporters if there was anything that I wanted to ask him. It's not even like flying on and off the ship, because he had to supercharge both motors to make sure that he could get on and off. But he wore a football helmet that was, I mean, I have a beanie at home that might provide more protection than the football helmet. And the other thing is that he had inner tube tires. He was scared to death. I mean, this is in a diary from his sister, Mary, which would be my great grandmother. It was in the diary. He was scared to death of water. And so I'm like, oh yeah, this is exactly what you should be doing. It's weird though, because he's scared to death of water. And like, I've had several pilots that are like, oh, do you want to? Because there's a mock-up of Ely's plane out in Virginia. And when I was out there, they asked me if I wanted to go up in it. And I was like, oh, I'm scared to death of heights. And I always ask for an aisle seat. So that won't be me. But yeah, it is amazing in that time. And this is one thing that's really striking. People have asked me, well, did he meet the Lightbirds, Orville and Wilbur? Well, he did. And Orville and Wilbur told him that this technology would never be used and it was too dangerous. And I'm like, as if flight wasn't, you know. But yes, thank you very, very much. And I'm sorry that I'm really sorry. I would have been here.
No, that's fine.
No, you're
Sorry,
fine.
no, we're just scheduling.
But happy Friday.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you do hear there's a group of people in Williamsburg that really want to do anything, and I hate to, I don't know, be a type A person. If you hear of anything, Chris has my information. Just let me know if anybody wants to do anything, because we as a family would just kind of appreciate it if things were kept respectful. We don't
Nothing
want
can be
to.
done out there without going through the cemetery committee.
Right.
So,
Well,
it
yeah.
would have to go through us anyhow.
Yeah, and we're all gonna be buried out there, so. At least, that's what the family tells me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else for today?
No, make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. We are adjourned.
When my brother worked in the Pentagon, he took us on a